Hi, my name is Krista Daniels. I'm a naturalist with the Elkhart County Parks. This year, we are super excited to be offering you a year of nature A to Z, during which we will highlight a plant or animal every 2 weeks. A naturalist will give you a little bit of information about that plant or animal, and we hope that you go out and looking for it and maybe get to see it on your own. To start us off for year 2021, we are going to start with the letter A, where we're going to talk about the American beaver. This is one of our education mounts that we use to teach people about the plants and animals in Indiana. This is an American beaver, and an American beaver is our largest rodent in North America, and we have plenty of them here within the county. They are an aquatic, mostly aquatic species. They are a mammal, and they are active year-round. To better learn about this amazing mammal, let's take a closer look at some of its features. We'll start from head to toe. So here you can see a beaver has a nose, a very prominent nose in which it uses to smell out its food source, maybe predators, smell scent piles that were left as communication from other beaver in the area. It also does have a set of eyes. Its eyesight is not very good, but it does the job in a pinch. It does have ears, which amazingly, when it dives underneath the water, it can actually close a little ear flap to keep the water from going into the ear canal. It has whiskers, like any good mammal does, and check out those teeth. The teeth of a beaver are very unique in that they are bright orange. They are super strong, and we all know that what they do with them. They can chew through wood and topple trees, even very large trees if needed. So they're incredibly strong. Part of that is that orange enamel that covers the tooth surface to help give it some strength. And just like any other rodent, their teeth continually grow. So they have to gnaw on things to kind of keep them filed down. Otherwise, they could grow too much too quickly and they would not be able to eat. Another incredible feature of the American beaver and how it can survive here in the winter is this incredible fur. So if you look closely, they actually have a double layer of fur. The fluffy part on the underside is actually a layer of insulating fur to keep it warm. And then on the outside, these long bristled hairs, those are actually to waterproof it, to help protect that underlayer and the skin from cold and snags and other things that might injure the animal. Without this amazing fur, the beaver would definitely not be able to survive our cold winters here in northern Indiana. Next, we'll look at the paws or the feet of a beaver. They are very uniquely designed to allow it to adapt well to its ecosystem and its surroundings and its habitat. So the front feet have long claws on them, or toenails. They are excellent diggers. They dig down into the ground to get roots, to dig down into the ground to get mud, to actually place on their lodges or their dens. And their back feet are very different. They are perfectly adapted to their life in the water. They have large claws again to help with digging and moving things around, but you'll notice how wide they are. Their feet have webbing to help push them through the water with ease, which is really where they shine. They're excellent swimmers. They can hold their breath for up to 15 minutes if needed and swim for over half a mile. So a great way to stay away from predators and to stay safe. And then part of what helps them to be able to swim so well in the water is this very unique tail. This tail is long and flat, and every individual beaver has a very unique tail. Some a little different shape, some a little different color, but they're just like a fingerprint for people. They're very unique to each individual animal. Now, that tail not only helps to guide it in the water, push it through, it helps to steer, it helps them to be able to balance when they're trying to haul a large log, and it can be used as a form of communication as well. So if they are disturbed or feel like danger is close by, they are well known for that loud slap on the surface of the water. That is a warning to let the predator know that they are there, but also a warning to their fellow family members to let them know that danger is present and they should retreat. So, a very, very important tool that the beaver has to help it survive and live well in its habitat. And speaking of habitats, the preferred habitat of the American beaver is any waterway. It has to be a pretty substantial waterway, so a small pond or a lake or even a river. And most importantly, it has to have a good food source. And their main source of food are trees. They also eat other plants and roots and things like that. They are a true herbivore, which means that they get all of their food source is from plants. The American beaver is known as a keystone species, which means they are one of very few animals that actually create habitat. So what I mean by that is when they chew down trees and they build a dam, they are actually flooding an area, which can create more wetland habitat for many of our local species that rely on wetlands to survive, making the American beaver a very important Elkhart County animal. One that you might see if you head out to the stream's edge or out to a pond locally. You're welcome to come to the parks to find them. Just check out any waterway and look for those big piles along the edge or out in the water.